Although it's going to be a very different year at the Alton Towers Resort, it's still going to be a year to remember. There's plenty of rumours floating around about the new coaster coming to the park, some very exciting rides will be reopening, but even with one or possibly two rides reopening, there's still going to be some changes compared to last year that may leave you wondering whether to postpone your visit until 2024. So in today's video, we're going to be looking at why Alton Towers may see less crowds in 2023. Now, of course, I can't predict the future. I'm sure Alton Towers are still going to have their busy days as they have every year, but these are just some of the reasons why we may see less crowds compared to 2022. Now, before we get started, if you do enjoy watching, then please hit that like button to let me know, and if you are new around here, then please consider hitting that subscribe button and ringing that notification bell so you don't miss a single thing, because we make plenty of theme park and adventure videos here which you don't want to miss. The main one on this list is the fact that Nemesis has closed for this season. It will reopen again in 2024, but for this year it will be out of action as it undergoes its retrack. This of course will make the coaster better than ever, and I can't wait to see what they do with this retrack. But Nemesis is such an iconic coaster and one of the best in the park. With its absence, it's going to leave a big hole, which at the time of making this video is quite literally, and Forbidden Valley is not going to be the same. There's still other rides such as Galactica and Forbidden Valley, but with Nemesis being such a favourite in the park, it may put a halt on your trip to the park until 2024 when it will reopen. Alton Towers is still not short on coasters, so if you are visiting this year, then it's certain that your day can still be filled with thrills if that's what you're visiting for. There's the Smiler, Wicker Man, Galactica, 13, Rita, Spinball Whizzer, Oblivion, plenty of coasters across the UK's biggest theme park, so even though one is closed, there's still plenty others to ride. So if you don't already know, Alton Towers will be building a brand new roller coaster in the park. This has been nicknamed Project Horizon, which is different from the usual secret weapon code names that they usually give to their new coasters. What's exciting about this ride is that it will be indoors. Now, at the time of recording this video, Alton Towers have only called Project Horizon a new attraction and not a new roller coaster, but it's highly expected that it will be. We'll just have to see. But whether it's a new coaster or a new dark ride, the planning application has been approved for this new attraction, so it's definitely something we can start looking forward to. Also, at the time of recording this video, we've not heard too many details about this new attraction. All that we do know is that it will be located in the former Coaster Corner area of the park. But for now, there are very few details about this new attraction, which makes it pretty certain that although we may hear news about this new ride in 2023, the ride itself definitely won't be opening this year. So if you're unable to visit the park often, once a year, or if you've never visited at all, then it may be best to hold off until this new ride opens. Alton Towers have fantastic events each and every year, the main three being Oktoberfest, Mardi Gras and Scarefest. This year we also have the Festival of Thrills returning with a special mention of the Smiler as it's the coaster's 10th anniversary. It's still going strong as the world record holder for the most inversions. But other than that, the events are pretty much the same as what we've seen previous years. I'd say Scarefest is their most notable and popular event of the year, but after 2022's event, it's clear that returning guests want one thing, and that is something new. Oktoberfest has been running a few years now, and it's always great checking out the entertainment and food options that they have on offer, but the question is, how can they step this up from previous years? Scarefest has had the same returning mazes for the past few years. They attempted a new experience last year called the Invitation, which didn't receive the best reaction from guests, as it just wasn't very scary at all. It would be great to see Alton Towers bring in new mazes each and every year and switch things up, as this will make guests want to return each and every year to check out the new additions. By bringing the same mazes back every year, it'll stop more and more guests coming back as they'll already have experienced them and know what to expect. This year, if we see the Altonville Mine Tours, the Attic or Darkest Depths return, I can just imagine that Scarefest won't be as busy as we usually see it. However, they could surprise us and reveal a brand new lineup of mazes, and if so, then this will of course have the complete opposite effect. We won't know until more details have been revealed, but hopefully we see something new in 2023. Having said that, I am excited to check out the Festival of Thrills this year to see what plans they have for the Smiler. Now I know for us to have nice things like new rides, coasters and refurbishments, they all come at a cost. In fact, I made a video recently revealing the top 5 most expensive roller coasters in the UK. If you want to check that one out, I'll leave a link down in the description below. Rides and coasters cost millions and millions of pounds to build and maintain, so I get why parks including Alton Towers have to raise their prices. But by raising prices, this will stop some people from visiting. We are currently in a cost of living crisis here in the UK, so when it comes to raising prices of days out which aren't an essential, people are going to look at other cheaper options. In 2020 and 2021, on-the-day ticket prices were £53 per adult and £44 per child. Fast forward 1 year in 2022, they were raised to £65 for an adult and £60 for a child, which is a 23% increase. And now in 2023, on-the-day ticket prices are even higher. It is now £68 for an adult ticket and £64 for a child ticket. Along with that, car parking prices have gone up slightly, and then there's also the other costs when you're inside the park, such as food, drinks and other expenses. Even if you use vouchers, it still comes to a lot of money when we are in a cost of living crisis. So this could also reduce the amount of people we see at the Alton Towers Resort in 2023. As I said, these are just predictions. Alton Towers is the UK's biggest theme park, so they're still going to be getting plenty of guests through their door this year. The Curse at Alton Manor will be opening on day 1 of the 2023 season, and Alton Towers have put a lot of work into the marketing of this refurb and retheme, so I am certain that this ride could possibly be one of the best in the park and attract lots of guests. The new addition to the Festival of Thrills and all the returning events are sure to draw guests in too, and fingers crossed we receive some news about the brand new coaster. Of course, some of these don't just apply to Alton Towers. This is also the case with other theme parks in the UK too, such as Thorpe Park. They have their new roller coaster coming in 2024. In fact, this will be the UK's tallest roller coaster, which is very exciting. Thorpe Park haven't had a new coaster since 2012, so that's over 10 years. So with a new one finally being built, and with it being a record breaker, some people may hold off visiting until 2024 when it opens. We spoke about the price increases at Alton Towers. There's also been an £11 increase for on-the-day tickets at Thorpe Park compared to 2020. Even though these are some of the reasons why we may see reduced crowd levels at Alton Towers, there's still plenty of exciting stuff to look forward to this year, and I'll be sure to share everything right here on this channel. If you want to check out some of our vlogs from Alton Towers, then click this video right here, or if you want to learn of some mistakes to avoid at Alton Towers, then maybe consider checking this one out too. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one.